Hello and welcome. Yig here. Today we are taking another look at Star Survivor, this time the one on mobile. The publishers of these actually asked me if I wanted to do a video on it because they enjoyed my last one, and I was going to tell them yes, but I wanted to make sure I could do a video on mobile, and it ended up being so late, like it's Friday before Christmas, that I'm just going to put the video up. So I will let them know when it comes out. This game I really like. This is one of those games where if you like to just see the whole screen exploding with things, this is a great game for you. So let's take our out of run currency. Upper right, you'll see that, how much money we got. Lower right, how many cards we have unlocked. And the bottom right, in the middle, discover cards. Discover cards does exactly what you think it is. We find new cards that we can use to make decks. So we'll do that. And, oh, hey, nice. That first one is what we're going to be taking. You'll notice the price went up. Each time you discover a new card, the price goes up, which you'll unlock pretty much everything fairly easily. So you do have to do a little bit of grinding, but it wasn't too bad. On the PC, I've got it all done. I've got everything unlocked and like everywhere. So let's take that. And that would be usable in here. We're just going to be using the trainee deck today. Challenge mode. In the PC, it rewards cards. I have no reason to think it doesn't do that in here, so that is also a way to get cards. Now, campaign actually allows you to upgrade your cards, and that's a cool thing. So we're going to start a brand new campaign, and we are going to take the basic ship. I've already unlocked these. This one, a quick note, is if you look at the last video, you can see how well this works for just farming stuff, because it is one of the most powerful, one of the strongest ships in the game. Alright, we're going to take the regular one, the SS Star Survivor. So, real quick, on the bottom is our goals for each node. So you'll see this one's 150 enemies and survive for 90 seconds. The reward is 100 credits and 3 card choices. This one down here is just kill 150. No, yeah, 90 seconds. Oh, it did not move. There it is. Hold 25 credits. And then gives 50 credits in reward. Asteroid density is low on both of these, so we'll do this. Hold 25 credits, because we'll do one or two down here, and then I will pick this back up towards the end of the run, so you can kind of see what the end of a run looks like. So what we'll do is magical editing to make the time pass. So one of the reasons I really like this game is you kind of, in a lot of runs, if you lean into, you could play the game and you can grab every type of different weapon you want and it works just fine. Oh, nice. We get an extra equipment slot. So these are equipment slots, front, rear. Some weapons only shoot directionally in the direction that their side would be. So some, turrets, they do 360 and sometimes that makes them really good. And when you're first starting to farm currency, that's actually really good. So we're going to take that extra slot because extra slots are really nice because then you start having room for all kinds of stuff, like shield generators and things like that you get from the that you get as equipment. My brain. This is like my third take. I'm getting all spacey today. It's been a long day. It took me almost 20 hours to figure out how to do this. It's actually one of my favorite games on PC in recent memory, because there are some games, like I said, that let you go crazy, and this one does it in a really nice way. All right, let's go ahead and take this plasma cutter. Ooh, or we could do pickups. No, let's take the plasma cutter. All right, so let's give ourselves a horn. That will help crack these guys. Yay! Oh, hey, we can get another one. Oh, it's beam time. We're going beams. Beam, front and back. Oh, hey, yes. Yes. Beams everywhere. That is working perfectly. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, you know what? Make all those beams thicker. That'll work. That's going to turn out pretty fun. All right, let's go here. We got 75 XP. Gather 75 XP gems. So the enemies drop the XP gems and your asteroids drop your money. So for that, we need to kill all the live things. They will get here momentarily. I like that there's just asteroids just cruising in like, hey, here's money. Have some more money. Oh, yeah. Now, if we can fight a burst turret, then we can make this comical. Because burst turrets have a thing that increases the... Oh, don't mind if I do. Let's power that damage up. That increases the number of fire points. And fire points are basically the number of slots that weapon is firing from. So each fire point adds one more shot. So if it's turret and it has 2 fire points, it fires for each time it fires twice. Well, beams get crazy. Let's reroll that. Oh, hey, rear equipment slot. Yes, thank you. That'll help. We want a few equipment slots in every area, but we do I over focus sometimes on equipment slots, so don't necessarily take this as optimal. We're going to take that because I was getting hit a lot the other day in the other one. I do normally play on PC, and I normally play on the fast game setting, which basically doubles the speed of everything in here. On mobile, I don't know that I would be able to do too well on that. But this game is really fun. And auto sniper? I think my beams are just always going, so we could increase the damage of... Yeah, let's increase the damage of our little turret in the center. We may throw some extra turrets on her too. Sometimes you'll see, like, it's all you can see is the beams, but there's actually just a machine gun underneath, just doing all the work. The beams, though, are great for when you're trying to farm asteroids and stuff, because, like you can see there, they just cut right through stuff, which is really nice. Alright. What are our choices? Ooh, there's another beam. Let's take another beam. We're gonna shove you in the front, too. Oh, this is gonna be great. It's just gonna be blinding by the time we're done with this. Let's see. 1 beam damage for all beam weapons. Yes, please. I'll take that. Alright, now we'll go here. What do we got? Kill 300 enemies this time. That is not too bad. Alright, after this one, I'll briefly look at the shop, and then after that, I'll jump ahead through the magic of editing, and you'll see kind of where this ends up playing out. So you've seen the start of it, and roughly how the game works. This is like I said, I'm playing on the normalist mode. I think it's the easiest mode, so don't take it as it does. Oh yeah, hey, yeah. Ooh. No, we're going to take that slot for the moment. I was thinking about the beam duration. It doesn't affect our little lances here, but it does affect this one. And the big one can kind of nuke things out of existence, which is pretty good for as long as it... Oh. All beams beam length? Or 2? We're doing that. I have noticed there's a few audio bugs. I haven't noticed much besides that. I did notice some people were saying that they ran into some bugs. But, you know, I think, especially with a new release like that, sometimes that happens. And, you know, seemed like they were responding to everybody on the... yeah, let's go for another +2 on that. Oh, yeah, look at how far our little beams are going now. They're almost as big as the other one. Nice. That is what we're looking for. Where's my craziness? All the craziness. Alright. 10% chance to pierce on hit? That's interesting. Oh, let's raise that damage. Ooh, beam radius is still tempting. Everything in here is tempting. Let's raise that damage though. Beam weapon damage seems like smaller numbers than the firearm damage, but beam weapons I think damage like twice a second or something similar to that. So, oops. Shouldn't have been standing still. Should have been collecting more XP. I think we're probably long enough. Let's re-roll that one for a second. Ooh, beam duration. Ooh, pickup radius. We're going to do pickup radius because that will help us do pickups. All right. So real quick, what the shops are when you go to those places, you basically get to buy stuff for credits and you can re-roll it in the shop. And we will maybe buy that expansion slot because we still only have... We definitely bought our expansion slot because we still only had 2 in the rear. Now we have 3. All right. So through the magic of editing, we will be back in just a moment. And through the magic of editing, we are back and we are now here. And let's this is our weaponry right now. Didn't get as many as I was hoping, but we also have in our cards, we have some extra fire points. So you'll see what I was about to say about the fire points earlier. We're going to play these next 2 nodes and then we'll call it there because I'd like you to discover the boss on your own. See the boss, the first time you see the boss is always nice, especially if you just kind of go in blind. So we are going to... How long is that node? It's 360 seconds. Yeah, we'll play these 2 nodes, and then what I will do is cut to the reward at the end so you can see the card upgrade process. So let's go ahead and pick this one, and we are going to enter the sector, and our beam weapons are slightly upgraded. We have become the sun. As you can see, if you kind of stick to one type of weapon and upgrade it, we just have to spin to win here. If you kind of stick to one things like that to... Oh, that's... Oh, interesting. Interesting. Let's go with this one because that's going to make everything longer. I noticed those get fatter too when they get longer, which is nice. Yeah, this is actually... Especially after you start upgrading cards, you can do stuff like this pretty regularly, and that's... Again, on the easiest setting. Some of the harder settings, oh man, is, like I said before, it is rough. Like, you can get some stuff that just chunks you, and you just... One of the other ships, like that tiny fighter ship, has only 1 equipment slot, so it's like, you're constantly behind in, like, how much damage you need to do. There's some really fun challenges to be had in this game, as well as, like this. Like, just, hey, I want things to go bonkers today. I want beams firing in every direction. If you haven't seen it already, my last video on this, we used turrets. Turrets with lots of... Burst turrets with lots of fire points. And it just makes for a hugely fun thing. I've done runs with the what's it? The Hornet, which is basically a carrier. I've done runs with that where I just had like a field of little drones out there supporting me, and I'm over here launching 1,000,000 missiles. Sometimes the audio derps a little bit when you're launching too many missiles at once. I can kind of understand that though, because I don't think there's a lot of engines that are designed to play too many overlapping sounds. So, you know, those kind of things. The game itself, as you can tell, like, you can upgrade out of control. If you like the general genre of roguelites and the whole upgrades and, you know, getting bonkers and suddenly like Vampire Survivor or anything where you've got a million bullets and stuff everywhere, it's like, all right, cool. So it definitely scratches that itch. So if you're looking for something like that on the phone, we're not stopping. Yeah, we're going through this next one, but I wanted to like say, if you... Ooh, what do we want there? 1 second beam duration would be fine. Let's re-roll since we're right at the end, so no reason not to. 1 second beam duration. Beam radius? 10% attack speed? Yeah, let's go with the beam radius. Let's see what that... how fat can we make them for this last room? Yeah, that was 360 seconds, so yeah, we'll finish that, and then, like I said, we'll skip the reward screen, so you can see the boss for the first time on your own. Like I said, this game really lets you kind of go out of control, and it's fun. It's super fun to just kind of relax and become a laser star of death that can spin to win, or have 1,000,000 bullets flying out of or missiles or bullets flying out of your ship. And yeah, it just offers a lot of that type of gameplay that I think a lot of people who play roguelites, they really like that. I think that's one of those gameplay type things that we all kind of like, oh yay, things get to go explode. Everything's a beam length. All right, well, I guess we're gonna go with beam length. This zoom out feature on here really comes in handy when your beam length starts getting out of hand like this. Like there's sometimes with the turrets as well. Oh, hey, I forgot. I had a drop that I missed. Sometimes with the turrets as well, you have stuff dying off screen, and it's kind of funny. We don't need any more slots. Pierce on hit, we do have a couple of them that still haven't hit 100, so why don't we go with that? But yeah, you get to go fully crazy, and there's a lot of different builds. You can even just kind of throw in whatever you find and not super hyper focus on something, and you can still do it okay damage. Like, you can do an okay job. If you hyper focus with the intent to make an overpowered build, you can do it fairly easily, but you don't have to. You can kind of just roll with whatever. Ooh. Yeah, let's do, I want that pickup radius, but let's do the shield because sometimes it's hard to see. The way I ended up doing these recordings, it relies on my phone's bandwidth, and every once in a while, if I get a couple messages, it seems to kind of... the graphics quality degrades a tiny bit. So, hopefully I can get that all fixed afterwards. But yeah, as you can see, this game, there's a lot of weapons, there's a lot of cards to unlock, there's a lot of replayability, and the different ships do genuinely play different, even though you're using basically sometimes the same pool of or near same pool of cards. Each one having its own little traits. Like there's one that when you get hit, you automatically level up, which I don't know if that's one on here. But that one's on PC, and I find that one kind of funny because it's like, I have to find a way to get my life back, though. Sometimes it works really well, sometimes not so much for me. Yeah, sometimes some of the missions towards the end can take a little bit, which is something you can see how much on the mission select screen. So when you're in a mobile place, when you're like, at the doctor's or whatever, and you're playing on mobile, that's definitely a good idea to pay attention to, because you don't want to kind of get stuck out with a 5-minute mission and you've only got like 2 minutes to do anything. I can see myself doing this very, very easily. Yay! 1,500 enemies! Now we just have to wait for the other half. I truly enjoy roguelites that let you go crazy, let you just explode out of control, and I think a lot of people do the same, because it's one of those things. It's fun. Sometimes you just want to blow off some steam and trounce the enemy for 30 minutes. That's one thing I keep noticing is like there's some that have gotten some are going towards the 20-minute time, which I kind of like sometimes. Oh, that was my fault. See that's the hitbox. The hitbox is the bubble. I figured I might have had a pixel worth of not even a pixel worth of wiggle room on that. It is accurate to the bubble. Which is good to know. That's a handy piece of information for the future. Like there. So I don't run into it. That's also why we have a lot of shields. Just in case our ground patches are obscured. Or in my case, sometimes on my phone. On my phone, when I don't turn on the vivid mode, sometimes it's a little too dark. It doesn't even look like the footage that comes out of it, which is kind of strange. I wonder how it does that. I wonder if it's processing the vivid mode first and then downscaling. That would be weird, but that's probably what it's doing. Odd thing. No, that was a weird tangent. Sorry. So yeah, I like these. I like the beam ones. This was one of the first times I played. I ended up doing a build that was similar to this. And, I mean, absolutely hilarious fun. You don't have the zoom on PC, so instead of being able to go, like, way out here and see all that stuff, it's, like, down in this neighborhood. So you end up with beams going off the screen, which is hilarious, because it's just like, I don't even know where things are dying at. Getting off screen on me. It does have fast mode. The fast mode can only be turned on before you're in a run. So fast mode, if you don't know, which if you've watched my last video, I mentioned on PC I tend to play in fast mode, and it basically doubles the game speed. So for you're like 2 seconds for each second, and it makes the game a little bit faster and a little more challenging. So I actually think of fast mode as part of the challenge of the game, is that the higher difficulties, and once you get used to those, and then I just kind of start playing fast mode on everything, because then you have everything's happening just way faster, and it's like, okay, that there's another level of challenge that I can put in here, which again is something nice in these types of games, because I want to be able to go crazy, but I would also like to sufficiently be challenged and not have it just happen every time. There's some games out there that like make it pretty easy. This one you can go crazy, but they'll still kill you. There's a couple of bosses. There's a boss, a hornet-looking boss, and that thing jumps in on you, and if you don't have the ability to kill it real fast, ooh, you are toast. That thing has ended my runs a number of times. Ooh, what do we have a combo with this? The sniper beam? I mean, I have the slot. Well, hold on. Do I have the slots in there with that? Yeah, I do. Why not? I don't think I've ever made that. I don't think I've ever done that. What is the difference in a sniper beam? I wonder if it does more damage. I will not know because I won't be able to see it. Alright, let's get this reward here. Ooh, +5 damage per tick on my giant beams? Oh, I'll take it. Alright, I'm going to go in here, and so that way you can see the boss for the first time yourself. I'm going to jump to right after we kill the boss and show you what you get for beating one of the campaigns here. And through the magic of editing, we are back, and we have beaten the boss. So, we get to upgrade a card, and what that does, let's actually do it on this one, because this is one of the great ones to do it on, especially if you get it early. There's a couple of ones like that are really good, and if you get the pickup radius one early, oftentimes it makes it so you can get a pretty big pickup radius with only picking 1 or 2 up, and that saves you some card choices that you could otherwise use on something else. So we're going to upgrade that. But let's take a look here, and when you upgrade, it shows you what it does. So +2 area effect on the size. So on this one, we're not going to do that one, but we are going to do the cargo. And we get a 1.5 meter radius instead of 1 meter. So that's going to be perfect, and that's going to help us farm our currency. That is the upgrades on the cards, and you can upgrade every single card, every single run. You're going to have, as you can see, we had 6,000 earlier, and I spent some of it unlocking some chips and stuff. We're already up to 24,000. So as you can see, you're going to be able to get your cards and everything fairly quick. This game is very fun. It's actually on sale right now. It's just been released on mobile, as I said, and that is why they asked if I could make a video, and I have enjoyed making the video about it. I truly enjoy playing this game, and I think you will too if you like roguelites. I have heard that there's a few bugs, but I'm sure they're going to get those fixed, and this is, in my opinion, a very fun game to play, and the shortness of the early missions makes it really easy to just kind of jump in and then bop out in between missions. And yeah, I've been playing it a lot since I probably got a couple hours into it since I bought it. So yeah, like I said, I like this game. And if you are still here, I hope you liked the video, and I hope to see you back for the next one, and I hope you have a great day.